Hey guys, what's going on? Excoundrel here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel too. Today we're going to be talking about, in my eyes, the best, especially AD comp to run in the meta right now. The reason I love Samira is because, as the title and the thumbnail suggest, it's one of the few strats that you can go for AEGIS in and not feel bad about it. The reason being is that sure shots really only require 2 to work. So you really only need 2 damage carries to actually get sure shots online. And of course, if you get to level 9, you can transition into 4 sure shots for even more damage. What I'm going to show you is a couple of early builds. I'm going to talk about a couple of things like the augments that you might want to look for, especially the kind of like the hero augments and other things. And then I'm going to show you kind of what the final comp looks like. It's not going to be a 100% zero every single round by round. It's just going to be a general guide, a couple of good early comps to run for Samira, good item carriers, and then eventually just show you the full comp. And then I'm going to have a full game, not going to edit it down too much, a full game of what I played with Samira. Right, so one of the good ways to start is obviously Laser Corpse. Ash is a very natural item carrier for something like Samira. And so if you're lucky enough to pick up things like Renekton, Yasuo, and Ash early on, you can go for Laser Corpse. And of course, Vi will feature in your entire comp. So if you can pick up Vi's, that is always good. It's one of the few good things to do. And you're looking for the ideal items right now: Last Whisper, Giant Slayer, and Runans. Last Whisper and Giant Slayer for sure. Runans is definitely flexible, but Giant Slayer feels really strong in the current meta, mostly because the meta is kind of dominated by either supers, which are all level 3 and have a huge amount of health, or brawlers, who all have huge amounts of health as well. Other items you can see below are things like Infinity Edge, Hand of Justice, Guard Breaker, Gwynsu's Rageblade, Deathblade, Bloodthirster, Edge of Night, and Shojin's. Shojin's is definitely questionable, but I did just, this game you're going to see me play, I did run Shojin's, and it is okay. And in terms of leveling strategy, I generally look to lose streak if I can. Otherwise, standard level, which basically means going like level 4 at 2-1 or 2-2 or something like that. Getting to level 6 by 3-1 or 3-2, level 7 by 4-1, and level 8 by 4-5 if you're doing really well, or by 5-1. And at level 7 and level 8, you're usually going to want to roll, and even at level 6, you're usually going to want to roll a little bit to stabilize just to get yourself into a good spot. Another good early comp, this is one that I ran, is Undergrounds, where either Kayle or Ezreal can be your item holders. They both can function. You can then slot in a Recon to support Ezreal if you really want to, or a Duelist to slot in to support Kayle. So that's definitely a good early comp that you can run. I ran this because I really like Underground if you can get it off the ground very early, especially if you're looking to lose streak anyway. Whoopsie. And you're going to keep Vi in your comp regardless. Then obviously adding in Galio and Alistar. Galio and Alistar are in core for this, so this is something that this kind of front line is good for you because you're going to want to naturally have these towards your late game comp anyway. And finally, this right here, gonna scroll down a bit. This is also decent. Ash could be anything. It could be, you know, Vayne. It could be Kayle. It could be any kind of AD ranged item holder that can take the items that you want to give to your Samira. But then you can run a 4 mascot comp where you're going to keep the Alistar and the Galio anyway, and Malphite can kind of hold your tank items. In terms of tank items that you're looking for, honestly, super flexible. I like Locket in the current meta. I like Ionic Spark because we have a lot of casters. I like Sunfire, obviously, for the anti-heal. So there's lots, basically anything that I have left over that can form a tank item, I usually just put on my front line. And then this is what your final comp is going to want to look like. This is the level 9 comp that I ran in this game. You can take Senna out. You do not need 4 sure shots. It really depends. Either you want 4 sure shots or you want 4 Aegis. It basically depends on if you've got a lot of AP comps that you're going up against or a lot of AD comps. If you don't need this amount of Aegis, you can drop things like the Leona and the Vi if you really want to, and then go into kind of like another kind of front line or another kind of damage threat. Like Fiddlesticks is pretty good versus clumped up meta right now, etc. So whatever you want, really. In terms of your 2 carries, you're looking at Samira and Aphelios. Obviously, Samira is your primary carry. Aphelios comes in as a later game carry. When you're choosing Aphelios' weapon, this is a choice that a lot of people struggle with. always, always, always choose the middle one. It's 99.9% of the time better than anything else. It automatically targets the most clumped up enemies. It's really good for that. Chakrams is terrible, and sometimes the AoE one, the first one, is okay, but usually you're gonna want to go for the middle one because it's better in almost every scenario. In terms of Aphelios, Quincy's Rage Blade is a really nice item for him. Giant Slayer also. You don't need a second Last Whisper on Aphelios if you already have one on Samira. It pierces the target. It's not for the individual, so everyone's going to get benefit out of that. In terms of positioning, so basically you really want your Aphelios and your Samira often together because they're going to burst through a target much more quickly than if you have them separate. Also, having Vi, kind of like, if you don't have like a locket like I did on Vi, having Vi on the side where you're a Samira and Aphelios is always good as well, because you're also going to get shredding of armor from the Vi's ability. If you're up, then you just need to think about who you're playing up against. If you're up against the Yuumi, you want these guys on the opposite side to the Yuumi. If you're up against a Talia, I usually do something like this. So if the Talia is on the top left side, I do something like this to try and kind of bait Talia this way and not hit both my Aphelios and Samira at the same time. But you'll see examples of that in game. Speaking of which, let's jump into it. Okay, so I kind of missed the start of this game, but basically I picked up early Underground. Usually you lose streak with Underground because you get stuff quicker, but I actually have a pretty strong early start, double mascot plus Samira items, or, well, it's basically Samira items, difficult to really say, but I've got Underground plus Samira items, so we're going to try and win streak with this. You obviously generate much more slowly with win streaking, but we might be able to get 2 Vault Dives out of this. Do you know what? I'm taking the Alistair because it gives me Aegis as well. I've got 5 here, even though I'm going to make Eco, even though I do want Senna for a Samira comp. You don't need Senna. I think Sivir is probably better because of Civilian, but we'll have a look. Let's have a look what everyone else is going. He's taken Legends. I actually think this is a really bad augment, Tiny Titans, because it just means you're like permanently poor priority for the carousel. This guy's gone Giant Slayer Quicksilver, which is very difficult to know what he's playing with that. Luckily I got Last Whisper, so this Bramble Vest isn't going to be as strong as you maybe think it is. If you're wondering about why I'm positioning the way I'm positioning, I kind of showed you just there. But essentially it forces your units to focus fire. This is maybe going to be a bit difficult though. He's got a Jinx with Morello's. Yeah, if I can't burst through this Nasus quickly enough, then I think I'm going to struggle. Yeah, okay, fine. My win streak's gone. I'll still have a good amount of eco going into the next round, but this guy's just got a Jinx with Morello's, so, and with Archangels. Yeah, you can, darling. Sure. So I'm going to pick up Vayne here, because I'm probably going to go 6 after this and just stick Vayne in. I don't mind going Kale too, because we're going to sell Kale eventually anyway. Oh, it's another Vayne. That's actually pretty good. I don't really want to make eco here. Sivir as well. That's really nice. Sure shot eventually. Okay. We've actually got pretty much exactly what we need. So we're going to sell up here. I might sell the Ezreal. Honestly, I may sell the Ezreal. Because we're going to play Samira, and we're going to play... They're definitely playing the Aegis version. We're playing the 4 Aegis version if we can, because there's obviously always going to be like Tilias, and there's always going to be Yuumis in the game. Again, if you're wondering why I'm positioning like this, it's to try and get my backline to focus the same target. A little difficult when they do it like this, but hopefully they all attack Jax. They should all attack Jax. Everyone except for Vayne is attacking Jax. They usually attack the target that's like directly in front of them. This guy is clearly playing Talia though, so I don't know if I want to sell the Ezreal. I might just I might just kind of skip eco on this. Or I mean, I could actually, to be honest, I could get rid of the Sivir. I'd rather kind of get a 2-star Ezreal. The reason I'd rather go and get 2-star Ezreal is just kind of, again, help me with my... it's going to help me massively with my win streaking and getting through this stage. Endless Pizza. It's actually quite a nice Sivir augment with this. Yeah. Okay, I'll focus fire here. I'm never going to get through the Malphite, not easily anyway. Okay, I'm not going against the Malphite. I'm going against this guy, the Yuumi. I've got one Aegis at the very least. Okay, my Vayne is just like pieced out. Yeah, I'm just not going to get through the front line of this guy quickly enough. I don't care too much about the eco. I'd rather hold. He's got a very, very strong Yuumi though. Samira should beat, for Aegis, Samira should beat Yuumi. I'm going to continue the heist here. I'm going to hold the Sivir. I don't really need to hold the Vayne, but again, I'm kind of just doing it for the recon right now. I'll keep Sivir until, obviously, level 7. I might take the next heist and then cut, hopefully, for Samira. This guy is... I don't know what this guy's playing. It's difficult to say. He's got a very, very, very strong Malphite on the front line, though, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to... As I said, I was never going to burn through the Malphite. Happy to take the losses here, to be honest with you. Would have maybe liked to have killed one, but that Malphite is just too tanky. So my eco's not terrible, but it's not great either. That sounds like bed. So I need Runans here. So I need Senna, ideally. Okay, I'm not going to get it. So I need to go for something else. I might honestly just go for the Echo in this scenario. Or this. Take the Samira. I could just take the Samira. Then kill the Vayne and put the Samira on with the tier. Because we could actually play Hand of Justice Samira. I think at this point we're not going to bother with the 2-star Ezreal, so we sell the Ezreal to make eco, and we're going to try and hit 7, maybe 8. We're definitely going to try and have to build... Oh my god, this guy's got a 3-star Wukong already. I'm never getting... So this comp is like the Chinese death comp. I've seen it played on Chinese servers a lot. I think after the next... That's fine. We might... okay, we killed everything except for the Wukong, which actually is a very nice loss. If we can loss streak into the... Wolves, at least we'll have a streak to work with. This guy's playing Vayne. I don't know what he's playing, but I'll pick up the Rammus just because we're going to need something to play at level 7. So we're going to cut and run at the Wolves, and then we're going to try and we're going to roll down and transition into something. Keep the Galio around, maybe. Yeah, we keep the Galio around because we've got the Alistair. I don't really want the redemption on him, but it's not the worst target to have the redemption on. This guy's got such a beefy Malphite. Has he got the... So this guy's playing Talia. He's got a pretty strong looking Talia as well. Again, this is why I'm going the 4 Aegis version of this comp. Because I don't want my comp to get ruined like that. But again, I'm quite happy to lost streak here. So, killed off a few targets. We need more Aegis. So we need Echo. So we're going to go to 7 here. And we'll swap out for... We need a 2-star Vi, really, and then we need to get an Echo in. There's a Vi. Locket the Iron Solari and needlessly large rod. Yeah, I don't want to go any further than that. That's fine. Okay, so... Okay, and okay, there's Echo. Right, this is where things are going to get a little bit spicy. Because we don't really want this guy anymore. That's better. Honestly, I'm down to give her Spear of Shojin. We can give Ginsu's... We can give a Ginsu's to Aphelios when we find him eventually. Usually I'd go Runans, but I'm down to give her Spear of Shojin. It's just not... It's not the worst item in the world for her. Yeah, that's what I want. Aegis, exactly what we needed. Thank you very much. Ergot. Do we want an Ergot in? Aphelios. That's really nice as well. Could we cut the Alistair for the Aphelios for the time being and just run this? So we give the locket to the Vi, I guess. So we've got the Alistair. Don't think we're running that. Probably never going to get to Galio 3, but we might as well keep him just in case. Okay, we're in an okay spot. We're in an okay spot. We need to level up though. I think I'm just gonna rush level 8 at this point. Rush level 8, put Alistair back in, and then hopefully we just start hitting units that we need. So 52, I can do it on the next one. I want to get Echo 2. Yeah, we're in a good spot, and then I can try and hit Aphelios too. So I'm gonna rush level 8 here. I'm gonna stick Alistair in, which gives me Ox Force as well. I'm not going to roll, but we're just going to keep our stuff. 9% chance to hit Gallios, so I'm probably not hitting a Gallio at this point, but that's fine. Could put a Ginsu's on... I could put a Ginsu's on Sivir, but there's not really any point. The play now, I think, is to go for 9 and just stick a Senna in and get 4 Sure Shot. So my positioning's a little better for this guy. This guy also doesn't really have a very strong comp. Is he just playing supers plus Vayne? My impression he's just playing Super's Duelist plus Vayne, essentially. Okay, so this is good. We're in a really, really, really strong spot now. We've got Galio with Mascot. We've got 4 Aegis. Now we're just going to eco all the way until Aurelian Soul, and then we're going to roll for level 9 odds. Ideally, we want to save up to hit level 9. But if I can roll to hit some of my 2 costs, that would be really nice. So, Samira with a... I honestly think I just take Samira with a belt. The other thing is that I could actually just take another Giant Slayer here, which is actually probably better. I'm just going to take another Giant Slayer for the Aphelios. Aphelios is now my secondary carry, so another Giant Slayer would be really nice, because there's like Giant Slayer's good here, Giant Slayer's good here, Giant Slayer's good here. It's meh here, good, really good, really, really good here, pretty good there, pretty good there. So, all really good. There is Samira. I don't really want to roll. I kind of just want to natural into things at this point. So I'm against, could be against him. With Zed's on that side, could be against him, so it doesn't really matter where I go. Could be against him, doesn't really matter where I go, but I don't really want to get Yumi'd if I can help it. Fine. So he hasn't moved his Zed, which basically just means that my Civ is dead, but that's okay. We have Endless Pizza, which is just such an insanely good augment. If I hit Aphelios 2 and I hit Samira 2, we are absolutely smurfing. Got no problems. Sweet. Almost tempted to ditch this Galio because I just don't think it's happening, but I'm going to keep it on the off chance that I somehow walk into Galio 3. Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better round. Could not have asked for a better round. I'm just going to switch over. So, little tip for switching sides. It's just do it at random. So don't... These guys are all coming to watch, right? Just do it at random. Like, they're all gone. Don't bother looking at them. Wait for them to look at you. I mean, I've just walked into... I've got 4 Aegis, so I shouldn't die to Talia with just an Archangels and a Shojans. And the Ayani is level 1, so I'm not going to die here. Like, you'll see how much damage this actually does. My Aphelios doesn't take much damage, and then we're going to get healed up anyway, so... Like, my Samira only takes, like, half HP. So, yeah. She won't die here either. So this is why 4 Aegis is such a good comp. This is why Samira, in general, is a really good comp right now. And so I'm going to go for another sure shot. So I want to pick up a Senna when I can. The reason I took high-end shopping is because Aphelios is a really nice secondary carry. If we can get Last Whisper on Aphelios, which I don't think would be possible, it'd be very, very, very lucky to get Aphelios. If not, I want to get Leona 2 with Ionic Spark or something like that. We need Leona 2, we need Aphelios 2, we need Echo and Alistair 2. Ah, Senna. Literally just keep it. Belt, that's a Morello's. What else we got here? Yeah, that, obviously. I think I just take the Warmogs. I don't have any anti-heal, though. That is a little bit of a problem. That's nice. Don't have any anti-heal. What would be the best anti-heal? We don't really have anyone that can do good anti-heal. Like, I could give it to Echo, honestly. It's a little bit slow application, but it's there. So this is my jewels. I kind of want to go 9 in this game. I think it's my win condition. And hope that I just hit, like, Leona 2. Okay, so we applied Morello's onto Misfortune at least, but she doesn't really have any healing, so... Endless Pizza is so nice with this comp. Right, I'm going to pick up the Fiddle. Just I don't really need it, but it just gives me a potential to get a slightly more higher chance on Aphelios. Well, there we go. Ask and you shall receive, and now we're going 9. So, the only upgrade that I need to make right now is Alistair, and that I don't need it. I'm not desperate to roll for it, so we're just gonna go 9. We want to put Senna in the mix. I'm gonna keep these guys. I want to keep. I'm probably gonna sell this Galio. I'm just holding it to be annoying at this point. I might give the Galio the belt just to hopefully help him survive a bit longer. So I should, with the Aphelios and double Giant Slayer, burn through this Malphite pretty quickly. And if my Vi uses her ability, she's gonna get the armor. But it should be fine. And obviously Leona is gonna ult him until he dies, which is great. Hopefully I've applied the hoping that I've applied the Morellos on my Echo, which I have. Easy. Yeah, we need 68 gold. I'm obviously getting a lot of win gold every round, but I kind of have to just essentially see this out. In terms of items, I probably just want another Last Whisper for Aphelios. Last Whisper or IE? I mean, no, I don't need another Last Whisper. Then I just want an IE for Aphelios if I can. So he's on that side. That's the Zed in the middle. Yumi's on this side. It would do me good to switch over to this side. Vi's in the middle, so she should sunder a target, but I've already got Last Whisper, so hopefully this means we target down the Yasuo very quickly, which looks like we're going to. Yep, Yasuo's dead. This is we've stunned Zed, and my 2 guys are focusing him, so he's dead. Yeah, easy game, easy life. I think Samira might be one of the most forcible comps in the game right now. And it's so adaptable. You can play it without Aegis or you can play it with Aegis. I personally prefer the Aegis version, just simply because there are so many popular AP comps in the meta right now. So, choices. Guardbreaker for Aphelios. Runan's Hurricane for Aphelios would be really nice. I'd take another Locket. The Guardbreaker or Runan's Hurricane, honestly. I'll just take the Guardbreaker, to be honest. Guardbreaker is a massively underrated item. There are loads of shields in the meta right now. And I think it's just a really solid item. Oh, another Aphelios. I mean, I'm probably never getting... I'm going to sell him. So... These are like my never gonna happen. So Guardbreaker, 20 bonus attack damage and ability power after damaging a shielded enemy. Abilities and attacks deal 30% more damage for 3 seconds. Loads of shields exist in the meta, especially with mascots being so prevalent. So watch this. This guy's come to look at me. I'm just gonna switch. Didn't work. It wasn't the right guy. I should have paid more attention. But either way, I don't think we lose this, to be honest with you. I'd have to be a little unlucky to lose to the So I wonder how much damage my Aphelios is actually doing. I am actually taking a lot of damage here. I think I'm going to die. I think I might actually end up losing. This might be the first time I lose in a while because I just mispositioned. You got to be a little careful versus the Talia comps, and I just mispositioned versus Talia, which is my bad. I'm still going 9, so I should get 9 by this guy. And then I can split my Aphelios and my Samira up. If anything, I should probably split my Aphelios and Samira up already, to be honest with you. But I do like them kind of focusing down the same target. Let's have a look at who we're fighting. Okay, positioning doesn't matter too much versus this guy. I'm on the right side of position for this guy. Doesn't really matter too much versus this guy. What's he? He's the Misfortune. I could do with another Alistair, that'd be good. So he's actually, this is the only one that my positioning did kind of matter on, but I think because my Echo's so far away, it shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, I mean, we're just too strong with the 2-star Aphelios, and we've got the 4 Aegis, so Yumi's not actually getting through my front line quickly enough. I really hate Yumi players, so it's really nice to see Yumi get battered. This guy's playing, yeah, very strong Talia comp. Even with my Aegis, the Talia is burning through us. 60, right. We're keeping this. I mean, there is a very real opportunity to go Aphelios 3, which would just, I think, ultimately just win the game. I also think I might switch out Aphelios's ability to the one that hits the entire team, rather than the one that stuns, if I'm going up against the Talia player, because it's probably better. Ionic Spark's really nice here. Right, let's go to level... Leona. Let's put Ionic Spark on. Okay, 3-star Vayne. Can we burst through the Malphite quickly enough is the real issue. 3-star Vayne's kind of scary, but we might be okay. Gotta look for the execute. Nope, 3-star Vayne. Oh! I was on the wrong side. I don't want to get stuck on the Malphite. I kind of want to burst the Malphite quickly. Okay. So I'm going up against this guy. Yeah, I think this is the Talia guy. We want to go for the one that hits everybody. So versus Talia, we kind of want to position stuff in the middle-ish area. Okay, so that guy... Oh, he's dead. Okay, so we're top 4, but now it's going to get a little hard. There's an Alistair. I guess we can lock and see if we win. So we're going up against this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out to this. Actually, no, they're all grouped up, so this is good. So versus Talia, this is what I kind of like to do. Just slightly repositioning things all over the place. Because it means that, again, like this, that should stun everybody, which is done. Yeah, it's done. It's done good. So we're good here. So Talia, you just like to split things out to make it so that Talia doesn't get massive value from one. Okay, sweet. I've got a 2-star Alistair now. If I can hit another... What do we want here? Aphelios? Do we just take another Aphelios in this situation? Okay, I'll just take the Thief's Gloves, I think. Give it to the Senna. Leona too, that's really nice. Okay. Sweet, we hit the right in the middle with the Leona, which is really nice, which basically means we kill everything. So we didn't get stuck. See, the reason we didn't get stuck on the Malphite this time round, which is really nice. MF3 star. Have we got an MF3 star to deal with? Sounds like we've got an MF3 star, which basically means we need Aphelios 3. This guy? Okay. I mean, I'm just doing it like that. I'm just doing exactly this. He's not coming out the corner, so I'm just going to stay in the same place that I stayed last time. And I kind of want my Aphelios to, someone, yeah, like right this. I'm gonna hit a Morelos right in the middle of his entire team, and then he's just gone. And my Leona just, yeah, my Aphelios just popped him. Goodbye. Now it's about whether I can beat an MF3 or not. Ah, my ghost beat him. My ghost beat the MF3. Let's go. Yeah. Samira, super strong comp right now. Really, really good.